All right, I want to talk about one of the first things that happens with your interaction with an attorney. It's the consultation. And there's a few things that you can do to prepare for the consultation. One of the first things you can do is set aside the time. It's normally going to take somewhere between 10 to 30 minutes to have a full consultation with an attorney. Obviously, a speeding ticket will not take as long as somebody charged with murder. I know those are extreme examples, but there are some things that can be handled pretty swiftly, or if somebody doesn't qualify, you know pretty promptly whether or not that you can help them or not. And then those that you can help, you obviously have to get in more detail and find out exactly what they have going on. The next thing, after you set aside the time for it, is you need to go ahead and forward all the documents that you have regarding your case. If I get your documents, I can review them ahead of time, and I know what statute you may have been charged under. I know what you may have signed with an insurance company. I have it in front of me, and I can go pull the statute. I can go pull what may apply to your case, or if you already have an existing case, then I can go possibly pull the filings that are already there. So having the documents from somebody is really important if I can look at them ahead of time. If I don't have the documents ahead of time, everything is kind of having to just shoot from the hip, and I'm going off what you're telling, and I'm giving my best guess essentially at that point. Now, another thing that we're going to get into after that, once we've had the documents, is a detailed discussion of your case. I need to know as much as possible about the facts of your case. I want to know what it was like when you were pulled over. I want to know what you were wearing. It is super, super important to have as much detail as possible so that I can inform you adequately of what defenses you may have, or if you were hurt on the job, I need to know whether or not it should be covered under workers' compensation because it's super fact intensive. Same thing with a car accident. I need to know all the details of possible. And it goes back to, if you can give me the accident report ahead of time, that helps a lot. Another thing that's super important in a consultation to understand is that questions go both ways. This isn't me just asking you questions. You need to be asking me questions. It's essentially an interview to decide whether or not you want to hire me to work on your case. So any questions you have about your case, how we handle things, what to expect for communication, when you can expect a resolution, and any other timelines or issues that you may have out there. If you have another matter pending, you may want to ask about how one affects the other. So you need to be prepared to not only answer the questions, but you may want to jot down some questions ahead of time. And obviously questions are going to come up as I start to answer things. So you need to make sure that you're asking them, because we do not want you walking out of a consultation without understanding exactly what's going on. And last but not least, you need to be prepared and expect to talk about the finances that will be involved here. If you're hiring us on a criminal matter, you need to be able to discuss how much it will cost and how much you will pay per month, perhaps, because we generally do offer a financing plan. And if it's a contingency fee case, say it's a car wreck or workers' compensation, you can expect the percentages to be 25% or more, depending on the statute. But that is something everybody needs to be willing to discuss, to be above board and on the same page at all times. Now, those are just a few things that you can expect from a consultation. If you have something else you think is important, add it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you like this, then hit that like button, subscribe to get more information from an attorney. We certainly appreciate everything.